Hi there, I'm Susan Wood with the Utah League of Cities and Towns, and a final look at the 2012 legislative session. From eliminating sex education in schools to taking back our federal lands, there were plenty of controversial issues addressed this session. You'll probably want to keep a close personal eye on those two things. But the decisions that directly affect Utah cities and towns, let's take a closer look. First off, billboards, perhaps one of the most debated issues in the legislature, and whether or not to give individual cities the right to control regulations. What a nail-biter this was. At 11:30 p.m., talks were just as hot as they'd been for weeks. 20 minutes later, the sponsor of the bill backed off, and there would be no vote. So on a side note, now's a good time for cities to take a closer look at their various ordinances and how they regulate the electronic face of billboards, as well as temporary zoning ordinances. Another issue cities were watching closely, the gun bill. Will citizens have the right to openly carry a firearm without being subject to possible questioning by police? The answer is no. That measure, House Bill 49, was shot down, so to speak, after a Senate vote in the final hours of the session. So what are some of the changes you will see? Salt Lake City, as well as all other Utah cities and towns, will be able to ticket drivers who let their cars idle, as long as that car is not parked in someone's own driveway. It didn't take long this session to limit the rocket's red glare over the state of Utah. You'll still be able to launch those big cake fireworks, although the dates and times you can do it have been cut back. From 3 days before the holiday to 3 days after. That will include July 4th and 24th. They can be set off from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. on those days. Same rules apply on New Year's Eve and the Chinese New Year, but the cutoff time will be 1 a.m. That's a wrap for our 2012 legislative headlines. Stay tuned for any special sessions or vetoes. We'll keep you posted on www.ulct.org.